As a Christian, is there hope for the world, or am I just waiting to go to heaven? What if heaven was like right here?
From the lips of desperation, different nations, every man's cry, comes a song of anticipation as we wait for a crack in the sky.
As a Christian, you have a choice to make. You can work your butt off right now, even when it doesn't make sense, or you can wait, give an apathetic shrug, and hope in heaven. I believe that no Christian who's really a Christian would consciously do that, but I think we do. Why is it wrong or dangerous to spiritually shrug? Because you can, and it might even be okay. But if you really believe that what God has created is amazing, if you truly believe that the world is God's creation, then you won't treat the world like a piece of trash, and you won't treat others like pieces of trash. If your dad built a basketball court, and then he went away for the weekend, and he said, "You're in charge," and some dude showed up with a sledgehammer and was about to go to town, would you not do everything in your power to protect and preserve your father's creation? Along the lines of basketball, as March Madness and the finals, you will fight for your team. You will debate, you'll buy jerseys, you'll go to games, you'll look up stats, you'll watch highlight reels, you will fight for them to win. But then you turn to the person sitting next to you, and when they wrong you, you give up the fight for the friendship before the first pass is even made. People have sacrificed $12,000 for a fake fingernail Lady Gaga has worn. Yet people can't seem to even fathom doing what someone else wants over what they want. Which sacrifice is more valuable in reality? God is inviting us into His presence right now, but we just say how much we can't wait for heaven and how good it will be. As a Christian, I frequently feel that many Christians, even me, at many times, are Christians for heaven. When I was a girl, I would sob myself to sleep, terrified of not going to heaven. Suffering in eternity alone sent me into like a lockdown. I would just shake and cry myself to sleep. I think this is partially due to an obsession of avoiding suffering. This is both avoiding hell and just general suffering on earth that I believe is taught definitely by the world, but also by the church indirectly. Christianity is about Jesus and our relationship with our Creator. Christianity is about Jesus suffering. What would Jesus do? WWJD. Well, it's not always so pretty. There's an interesting question I've stumbled upon in my research. Would you still be a Christian if heaven wasn't promised after everything? Do you believe in God, or do you believe in heaven? In a sermon Pastor Matt Erickson gave, he emphasized how great God's holiness is. That it's insane that we get to communicate with Him, that we can speak with God. Like, do you realize the weight of that sentence? God can't fit in our world. He can't, because He's so holy. Yet He sent His Son and His Holy Spirit to be that bridge so that He can still communicate with us. Now that's love. Similarly, in The Great Divorce by C.S. Lewis, he describes his characters in a ghostly manner. And this is another way of describing the great difference in holiness between people on earth and in heaven. Our very being is so minuscule that if we were to go to a heavenly place, we would be almost transparent because we just don't have being. C.S. Lewis shows that the infinite world is smaller than a speck of dust compared to heaven, not just in size, but in fullness and value. Can't you see? God's creation is worth fighting for. Something I get asked is, Mary, why are you so enthusiastic? Because I think that God has let me see through a pretty snazzy pair of glasses that he offers to everyone. And in those glasses, God's hands are shaping every person I see, making them more valuable than the most famous fingernails. People are a figment of God's imagination. That is just insane. Humans are the closest thing on earth to God. Why don't we act like it? There is so much inherent value in everything God has created. You have a choice to see it, or you have a choice to see the transparent veil of counterfeit value the world has put on it. What are you gonna do?
So we gotta realize that God did not create our species to just exist. We were created to change things. We can change the environment around us. Come on!
If you ever